Sharon from Sharon at Sea, and tonight's live show is brought to you by Baja Charters. Baja Charters provides all-inclusive premier charters and excursions. Guests will visit isolated, beautiful locations on the Baja Cat, which is a large and spacious catamaran that cruises to remote coves, beaches, and bays on the Sea of Cortez. Their charters include chef-prepared meals with an open bar served by a skilled and educated crew. A marine biologist will be your hostess and snorkel leader. Everything is provided for your excursions, such as snorkel gear, wetsuits, kayaks, paddleboards, and dive boats to get up close and personal to the aquatic sea life in its natural environment. Baja Charters offers 3 different all-inclusive excursions. The Baja Whale Shark Undersea Quest, which you can swim with whale sharks and some of the largest fish at sea. The Baja Remote Beaches Beach Quest, where you can explore coral reefs, tropical fish, and sea lions. And last but not least, the Baja Esperado Santo Island Quest, where you can take in the incredible natural beauty. So if you are looking to get out and see some awesome sea life in the Baja area, check out Baja Charters at bajacharters.com. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on out there? How are we doing this evening? Can you hear us? Can you see us? Can you smell us? We are a little warmer today, Amy Rogers. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Yes, okay, there we go, there we go. We're good to go. What's up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Monday Night Live here with Sharon at Sea. It's lovely to see you guys. How are you doing, Sharon?
I'm doing great.
You're looking spiffy in your pink little sweatshirt. Are you chilly?
Not really.
You're pretending you're back in New York?
Being comfortable.
Ruth Todd said she can smell me. Oh, you're going to smell me, Ruth, in March.
Oh, my goodness.
In a big way. I have a very important announcement to make. I just want to start the show off immediately. Please, everyone, stop what you're doing. Listen, listen, listen. I know it's Monday night, and Monday Night Football is on. And you know that my team, my beloved yet incredibly mediocre LA Chargers are playing right now. Please, no comments about the score. I am recording the game so that I may watch it with my son when we're done here. So please, if you have what's the term I'm looking for? If you love Matthew, do it for Matthew. No comments. Okay, fine, your Go Chiefs is fine, but no comments on the score. I must not know anything that goes on. I have already spoken with Team SAS, Nancy and Leanne. They have strict instructions. Anyone who comments on the score, says anything about the score, will be hastily punished by one of those 2 lovely ladies. So that's the one. Klaykowski is right. Do not be the person who does the score. You don't want to get kicked. I will snap my fingers. You'll be banned from the cruising community, never to be seen or heard from again.
Oh my gosh.
So please, let's make sure that we know that. I will be making this announcement every once in a while. I'm expecting others out there, the Klaykowski, York, anyone else who is on board with Team SAS, please make sure. Thank you, Blaine, 2007. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Outstanding. Yes, I am with you guys and not watching the game. I don't know if you know this, but I don't miss a Monday Night Live for nothing. I love the hell out of you guys. Sharon loves you guys. And no matter where we are or what we're doing, I will climb the highest mountain. I will swim the deepest ocean.
Matthew was actually surprised that we were going live tonight because the Charger game was on. He couldn't believe it.
Yes. So thank you very much for the support. We love you guys. And speaking of love, Julie D out of the gate. Boom! Julie, you got some stickers.
Oh,
you got the gold sticker. That is awesome. I guess that's
so
something
nice,
new.
Julie.
Thank you so much for the
you
super
so
chat,
much.
Julie. You're amazing. We really appreciate that. And it will come in handy.
Cool stickers.
So thank you so much for that. Yeah, I guess that's a new thing. When you hit a certain amount of subscribers, you get fun stickers or something with the super chat. So that is super cool. So thank you, Julie, for starting out the night with a bang. And we appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yes, you will be removed from the 20K cruise giveaway. Thank you very much, Blaine. Okay, now that business is taken care of.
Say hi to everyone.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, but...
Can we start with the cheers?
Well, I don't have a drink tonight.
What?
I do have a drink, but not.
You drank enough in New York City to last you a lifetime.
I did. I'm still recovering. I've been so tired. Anyways, I am drinking an energy drink tonight, so.
Yes.
Because I need energy.
Daryl the Great, we will talk about that, but I can answer you quickly by saying, right up there, dude. Right up there.
What's that?
Right up there. Daryl the Great, welcome to the show. Says, how does the Encore compare to some of the ships you've been on? Where does it rank?
Well,
out of the gate, he wants to know.
Okay, well, we're gonna say hi to everyone, and then we're gonna get into our. We decided we're gonna do kind of like a mini Norwegian review tonight. Kind of break it down into different areas and tell you our thoughts on all the different areas. We'll also put a video out on that as well, coming out soon, that may have a little more in it, but we're gonna at least try to break down all the. Probably most of the areas that most people would be interested in.
Oh, right there on my screen, I see two names from folks that we chatted with and said hi to on the Norwegian Encore. First off, Robbie O'Malley.
Oh, hi, Robbie.
What an awesome young man. Meeting that dude was a highlight of my trip. What a great guy.
He is.
We saw him in the terminal before even getting on the ship. We got to sit down and talk to him for an hour or so. It was awesome. Robbie, thank you so much. It was great meeting you. A pleasure. And also, out of the blue, Anoop who's out there. He also goes by Who's Genius sometimes on YouTube. He's been watching the show, and he came up and said, what's up? He's there with his family on the ship. That was awesome meeting Anoop. So Anoop and Robbie, hello. Special greetings to you guys. And, of course, to the ladies that are part of Team SAS. Nancy, the Hammer Plaque. Leanne, the Nail, Francesconi. What is going on, ladies? Lovely to have you here. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth said I have beautiful olives.
Oh, wow.
Is that a double entendre, Ruth? Are you getting fresh here?
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Anyway, let's see. Should I say hi? Where do you want to start from? We're already 9 minutes into the show. Let me see if I can catch up a little bit.
Yeah, let's see how fast you can go.
Oh, is that how it's going to be? Okay. Let me see.
Because I cannot read all the names fast.
All right. Here we go. Start at 7:02. That's where my live chat starts. First off, I'm going to start with a special greeting to our friends Jason and Krista, Degenerate Cruisers. What is going on? Sheila Bossiger, love to see you here. Karen Carter, what's up? Linda Muller's here. Josh Odom, Linda Lou's in the house. Ruth Todd is here. Nazuma Brown, the Traveling Gilberts are here. Nurse Nancy, lover. Linda Lou's here. Amy Franzak's in the house. Martha Hunmer, what's going on, Martha? Great to see you. There's Leanne Francesconi. Chris Barnett, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Beth Ullinger in the house. Dave and Brandy from Dave and Brandy's Excursion. Make sure you check out their channel. Timothy Walters, love that dude. Welcome. Charles Hahn is here. Cindy E is in the house. Brian Schultz is in the house. Marilyn Moore is here. What is going on? York Ragsdale, love to have that dude here. I know his buddy in crime, John Klekowski's here too. Wanda Byram, what is up, lady? Love having you. Margaret Wilson's here. Mike Cray, Jeffrey Lara is in the house. Renee Lanzone is here. David Smith is here. Hank Shannon, you didn't miss a darn thing. What's going on, buddy? Danini Santos Moreno Emmerich is here. What is up? Love the name. Love that you joined us. First time I've ever said that name. Thanks for being here. Big Pap is in the house. I know Michelle is here too. What's going on to the Stampers? Lovely to have you here tonight. Michigan Mom is here. What's up? There's Michelle Stamper. Josh, yes, we did hear about that. We'll talk about it later a little bit. It's crazy because we were just on that ship a few weeks ago. Nails by Mayor is here. What's up? Annette Thalman. AF Travels in the house. What is going on? Journey with the Gingers is here. Cruise with us in the house. What's going on? CD. Does that stand for Cruise Director? What's that stand for? Hello, CD. I'm trying not to say a lot. Jason Behrens is here. Blue Ocean Life. Hello. Love to see you. There's my boy, Robbie O'Malley. Blaine 2007. Love having that dude around. Hughes Cruise Views. What's going on, Hughes Cruise Views? Great to see you.
Did you say Kathy Zoda?
Kathy Zoda is in the house. No Whammies is here. What's up? Lori Caparazzo is here. What's up, Lori? Not sure if I said the last name right. I probably did because I'm kind of an ace with the names. I don't want to brag about it. There's a new pass. What is going on? Cruise Genius in the house. Diane Rosem is here. High Seas Cindy. Great to see you. How are you doing? Make sure you guys check out High Seas Cindy at the High Seas Cindy and High Sea Paul. Check them out. They got some fun videos coming out from the horizon, I bet, right around the corner.
Blue Ocean Life. Did you miss?
Blue Ocean Life. Excellent. You're doing a great job helping out.
I'm trying to catch
Thank
the
you
ones
so
you
much.
missed. But.
Cindy E is here. What's going on? Cindy's a Chief fan. Sheila is a Chief fan. How dare both of you? Michelle loves your hot pink sweatshirt.
Oh, thank
Very
you,
cool,
Michelle.
very cool. Let's see who else is here. Suzanne Turner's in the house. Shannon, oh boy, hold on. Shannon said hello and catching live. Shannon, Brew. Say it. That one right there.
Oh.
There's no way it's Bruderly. Bruderl. Okay, Shannon Bruderl. You nailed it tonight, babe. You're on fire.
I don't know.
Must be because you're sober.
Right.
Sonia H is here. What's going on, Sonia H? Love to see you here. Gina Bird's in the house. Sandra McKendrick is here. A. Nicole C. No spoilers. You're so right. Traveling on. The Steelers are not winning. You are correct. Whoa, things are happening up here. Timothy Walters, dude, you're amazing.
Oh,
Thank you for the unbelievable, unrelentless support that you show the channel. I don't know that there's a SAS fan out there the likes of you, dude. You are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ralph Field, hello. Are you doing an inaugural? If so, you're going to go to the naming ceremony, and maybe y'all could get me and Lisa in.
Oh.
Ralph, I don't know if we have that much pull. We barely had enough pull to get there ourselves. You're better equipped to answer that question real quick.
We are going to be we are going on the inaugural. We're still going, and we are going to be at the naming ceremony.
The inaugural what?
The inaugural panorama.
There you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
But my invite was just for me and a guest for that. So unless Jamie wants to give up his spot, Ralph, for one of you guys.
Hey, Ralph, what's got two thumbs is not giving up his spot as Sharon's guest. This guy right here.
But if I would have known sooner, I could have maybe tried to see what I could do. But it's too close now because we've already sent in all of our. It's been going on for a while, so we've already sent in all of our identification, all the pre-stuff that you have to send in and do. So.
But guys, both of you, Timothy, Ralph, thank you so much for the generous super chats. We love you. Thanks a lot. Debbie Emanuel's here. What is going on, Debbie? Love to see you here. Let's see. Debbie said I was already looking up the score, and I don't even watch football. Yeah, and they're playing in Mexico City. I was going to wear maybe a sombrero, but I just didn't do it.
You had your Charger jersey on.
Yeah, I was going to, and then I'm like, yeah. You know, the funny thing is when you do stuff like this, you never know. There could be some really anti-Charger people out there, and I don't want to alienate them by wearing my Charger stuff. You have to watch that kind of stuff.
What's the difference if you wear it or if you're talking about it if you're a fan?
Don't start with me, Sharon. Stacey Tate is here. What's going on, Stacey? Joe Dura's in the house. What is up? What is up? Richard Vanden, Aaron, what's going on? Anne-Marie VR, first time in the chat. Great to have you here, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much. I think I said it already, but David Black, Kevin Bluck is here. What's going on, guys? I'm going to bump ahead a little. Brian Francescone, my man. Brian, this is special cheers for you, buddy. This is dirty. Look how dirty this, look at guys, if you can see how dirty that martini is. I just want to show you. Hold on, let me see how well it's focusing.
It looks all cloudy. Did you put it in a dirty glass too?
No, that's a dirty martini right there, guys. That is a dirty martini. Dirty. Okay, where were we? I got them. Jamie Wilhite is here. Jamie, 4 olives. He had a question about that earlier. Daryl the Great. There he is. Daryl, great to have you here. Daniel Boynton is here. How you doing, Daryl? Uh-oh, did Daniel make a comment about the score? Is that why his message got deleted? I know Daniel's a good guy. As a reminder, guys, please don't comment on the Chargers-Chiefs score. I'm recording it for later to watch it with my son. If you comment on it, there will be harsh punishment. The harshest of punishments from Nancy and Leanne tonight. CK Al Nikki, what's going on? How you doing today? Glad to have you. Tracy Barker's here. I'm sorry, Tracy Baker from the Bay Area. Hello, Tracy. Lovely to have you. Yeah, Jamie was asking about the olives. Hank Shannon's here. Hank said it must have been an epic hangover that you had if you were still hungover from drinking. In New York City.
I'm not hungover still. I'm just not tired. We just kind of went nonstop and since we've been home, we've been going.
Wayne Marr, Kia Ora from Auckland, New Zealand. Love the channel. Thank you, Wayne. That's amazing. And welcome to the channel. Welcome. And thanks for joining us. We appreciate that, buddy. Crazy Cat Travel is here. Nazuma Brown. Josh Kimball is here. Adventures of David and Aaron. What's going on, boys? Lovely to see you here. Make sure you go check those guys out. They have some fun videos over there on their channel. Jennifer Akera says, who are the Chargers? Always a smart ass in the bunch, isn't there, Sharon? Always is. Robbie O'Malley said, "Oh, you guys are just awesome." No, Robbie, you're awesome. Vinny's here. Nurse Nancy is on the live show. Well, she's not going to be live here, but she's here. She's there. She's in the audience with you guys. She's right there, keeping an eye on things, keeping it tight. All right, I've jumped ahead a little bit. I'm seeing a few things. DC810 that said that is one filthy martini, especially for you, girl. What's going on, Deb? Martin1107 said good day. What's up, Martin? Let's see, Crazy Cat. Did I miss anybody? I'm just going to bounce around here. You guys hang in there. Talk amongst yourselves. Eddie Moonshine, Tina and Rick Spencer. Good to see you. Tina the Cruising Librarian. There's Mr. Klaykowski. Felicia Walker. Nice work. Linda Kuziak is here. What's going on?
Eddie Moonshine.
Eddie Moonshine. Daniel, Blaine, Daniel Boynton, no football talk, please. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for policing that. You are tremendous. I love you guys. Dun, 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 dun. Not game related. They have vendor like the beer guys walking around selling cups of noodles at the game. That's weird. I wonder how much that costs though. I could dig one of those. Down and dirty, said Sheila. That is one filthy. Oh, Jamie, I can't eat green olives without thinking of you. Thank you so much, Linda Lou. Margaret Wilson, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Margaret.
Cheers to you, Margaret. Cheers. That is very, very dirty. Very dirty. Desi Wagner came in just in time for the martini. You sure did, Desi. That's what brings everybody in. Are the top two the ones filled with the blue cheese, says John Bolton. John, they're all filled with blue cheese, my man. Every one of those olives has blue cheese in there. Leanne said, you may have another fun couple to hang on the NCL group cruise.
Oh, yeah.
That is right. Leanne, should we blow the cover on it right now? Leanne has committed to joining us on the Sharon at Sea, Klaykowski's ship show, Bagak Around the Clock 2021 group cruise.
That's right. She is booked
boy.
her family, and so
yes,
we're gonna have
she
a lot
is committed.
of fun.
It's getting crazy and crazy.
Too.
Janice Wiener in the house. What's up? What email to submit cruise contest essay? I sent it to Sharon at Sea.
That's okay. I'll
yes.
get it. I've gotten a few through that email. So as what I'm doing, I'm just forwarding them over to the other email where they're all
yes
at, and so
hey,
it'll get there.
Since we're on the topic, really quick, Janice, thanks for bringing it up. There's still 1 week left to enter your quote-unquote essay answers, whatever you want to call it, to be eligible to win the cruise for two from Sharon at Sea for our 20,000 subscriber giveaway. Am I right?
That's right.
This is the video you want to look for, guys. You want to look for this thumbnail right here. Sharon at Sea 20K subscriber cruise giveaway details. If you go to our videos at the Sharon at Sea YouTube channel, find that thumbnail if you can find nothing else, and click on that video. All the details are going to be in there for you. And if you go into the description box, click on the description box, open it up, and everything you need, the question, how to enter, the email address to send it in, everything is right in there for you guys.
You don't even really have to watch the video if you don't want to. Everything
yes.
is in the description box.
Well, it'd be cool if you watch the video. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Honestly, seriously. I mean, why would you ever tell them that?
I don't know. But
she doesn't mean that. You can watch that video and watch it again. Just watch it a few more times. Quentin Thomas, first time tuning in, love the vlogs. Thank you, Quentin. Awesome to have you here, dude. We're having a lot of brand new names here tonight, aren't we? This is so exciting. 230 people here tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys are amazing. Darlene Crone looked like a fantastic trip, she said.
Oh,
thank you, Darlene.
Thank you, Darlene.
That is awesome. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for the generosity.
It was a wonderful trip, and the ship was great. Just our whole trip to New York in general was awesome.
There you go. Marilyn Moore, was talking to Degenerate Cruises. I was making the Miami Vice all day Saturday after rewatching your video. Marilyn, if you were making the Miami Vice all day, I didn't want to know how drunk you were by the end of the night. And as a warning, if you guys are watching the Degenerate Cruisers, which I hope you are because their videos are fun, their live shows are awesome. They just started doing some lives. They're dipping their toes into the live world, and they're about to dive right in the pool, I'm pretty sure. But don't ever, ever, ever try to keep up with them as far as drinking goes. Just don't do it. You'll be in for trouble. I don't think I could even hang with those guys, and I fancy myself a fairly good drinker. So keep that in mind. Let's see. David Aaron said it does look pretty dirty. I think they're talking about my martini. Monica Benner's here. What is going on? Klaykowskis are excited as heck that Leanne will be there. So are we. Carla Reyes is here. What's up, Carla? Glad to see you. John Bolton loves the blue cheese filled olives. Holly Johnson says, howdy, what's going on? Griff is in the house. That's right, Griff and Alyssa. Lovely to have those two rock stars here. I mean, you know, I would tell you to go see their channel, but duh, like who hasn't gone and seen Griff and Alyssa's YouTube channel? I'm sure you all have, but if you haven't, you need to. Vinny said Griff is in the house. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Sharon, what's on the agenda tonight? What's on the agenda?
Well,
is there an agenda? Let me start with that.
Kind of, I guess. I figure we're just going to talk about the Encore, and if we're going to kind of break it down, I think, into some areas and talk about it a little bit. And then if you guys have any questions, anything specific, you can ask. Also, we'll have a video coming out with a lot of these things as well. Maybe this week. We're hoping to get it out this week. We have a lot of videos to get out, so we still have to finish our Horizon Group Cruise videos also. So
yes,
we're trying to get everything out there and get all caught up before our next cruise next month.
There you go. There you go.
And the holidays are coming, and so there's a lot going on.
Oh my God, is that time of the year where we do the Vlog-a-days?
Yeah, and
instead of the holidays, it's the Vlog-a-days.
And that video will be coming out this weekend on how to enter for that. For those of you that have been around, you probably know what the Vlog-a-days is. But the video will explain to those who haven't. It's basically we give away gifts once a week during the whole month of December. So like week 1, we give away 1 gift. It's a random drawing. Week 2, 2 gifts. Week 3, 3 gifts. Week 4, 4 gifts. And week 5, 5 gifts. And so we do that during the whole month. We just go live really quick one night and draw some names. And if you're there, you win. If not, then we move on to the next one. But we have some fun gifts this time. We're doing something different this year with the gifts. Instead of, they're kind of cruise related, but they're kind of fun. So they each have names like, I'll tell people right now. So we have, you can either win the drink package, which is, it's not a drink package, so don't get excited. But
whoa, you better watch yourself, girl. It's not a drink package. It's not a cruise drink package.
I know.
It's easy.
But it's going to have some,
we're going to need a disclaimer on that.
It's going to have some drink related gifts in there, and maybe some SAS swag gifts in there and things like that, but it has to do with drinking. Then we have like tea time package, and that will have some gifts in it that have to do with that kind of thing, I guess you might say. Then we have one called the Cruise Cabin Necessity Package. So it has all the little things you might need in your little things in your cabin that are useful, I guess, maybe. So we're going to give away one of those packages to everyone, and all of them will have some kind of SAS swag gear in them as well that has to do with the package too, I guess, if that makes sense. Anyways, so we try to make it a little fun this year, so a little more fun, different.
So as I sit here listening to you, my dear Sharon, I can't imagine there's a number of people out there that your minds right now, you're hysterically laughing because Sharon keeps saying package. Am I right or am I right? Raise your hand if you're giggling to yourself because Sharon keeps saying package. All right. Kristen Stevens, thank you so much for the very, very generous super chat. That is amazing of you.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you,
here and
Kristen.
joining us, and for that. We appreciate that greatly. You don't know how much, so thank you. That is awesome. You are awesome. Hi, C. Cindy. Yes, you can enter. Of course you can. Get in there and get your groove on. Janice said, oh my God, you said my name. I'm famous now. Janice, I did say wiener. Is it whiner? I'm wondering if it's whiner and not wiener. Either way, I don't know. Either way, we're cool. But I don't know if you're famous. I don't know for that big time. But thank you. Linda Lou said, I'm waiting for my first martini with you both and my wonderful John Clayco. That could happen. That really could happen. Anyone going on Symphony of the Seas, January 11, Western Caribbean, said Wayne Marr. If you are, holler at Wayne. He needs somebody to talk to on that cruise. Let's see, who else do we have here? The mayor's in the house. What's up, Mayor? Florida Chris is here, says thumbs up, everyone. I commented on the video. I don't know if you saw this comment, but I was watching the show's special features, had a video where they were with Krista and Jason, and Roy and Amanda and Krista were showing how to do the cruise dances that you see on the Carnival cruises. I don't know if you caught that one. I know you've been buried in cruise booking lately.
I saw
a
video the other night, but I didn't watch all of it. Was it the same one with where they were in the costumes?
Well, there was one where they were in the costumes. Those were
That was
awesome
fun.
in the sumo costume. But there's another where they were dancing. And Roy and Amanda did great, but I have to tell you, Krista, she's got moves. She's got the hashtag moves like Jagga. She's got the moves like Jagga. I mean, she was rocking it. I was taken back a little bit, and for a moment I found myself staring uncomfortably. So I apologize for that.
Oh my God.
Anoop said, I just remembered to enter the giveaway. Attaboy, Anoop. Way to go,
all
baby.
Right, Anoop.
Way to go, way to go. Joel Rivera said hi. Hello, Joel. Great to have you here, man. We appreciate that. A few people commented earlier that they liked the intro. You know, whenever we do something fun, a little trip, I try to switch up the intro a little bit. I hope you guys saw the intro video and that you like it. It's got some cool scenes from our recent trip, so I hope you enjoyed that. Sometimes I wonder if I should play it again. Like people that weren't here when the intro started. If I get more than 20 people say to play the intro again, then we'll just play it again, just so you know.
You can play it at the end or something.
Oh, nobody wants to do that. We want to play it right when the whole gang is here.
Oh, well.
Brian Schultz enjoyed the Sandy but JJ video from Degenerate Cruisers. See, they're world famous. Alana Zingano, kudos on your excellent interview, said Chris Barnett. What's up, Alana? How you doing if you're out there? Alana and Raphael. And,
hi, Alana.
of course, you can't say hi to Alana and Raphael without saying hi to who?
Baby Z.
Baby Z. What's up, Baby Z?
We love the babies.
We do love babies. Whitney Castillo is here. What's going on, Whitney? Glad to have you here. There's Alana. Let's see. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Okay, let me see. Play it. My speakers were off. That's my girl. I love your work. Fan for life. Said BJ Ahoy. What's up, BJ? Thanks, dude. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
BJ.
Very, very nice. Florida Krista is a natural. You're so right. Jennifer, what makes a dirty martini? Okay, I am drinking a vodka martini. This is Kettle One vodka. Okay. And I go with the olives with the blue cheese stuffing. I love blue cheese stuffed olives, and it's got the smallest amount of vermouth you could imagine in here. But what makes it dirty is a couple of teaspoons of the olive juice get thrown in there. So that is why it is discolored a little bit and it's not clear like vodka. That's what makes it dirty, and we like it dirty here at Sharon and C. So that's how we do it. Play it again. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Krista could make it rain. Ellen, you are not kidding. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9. Did the special deposit rate for the SAS Ship Show Group Cruise pass, says Kristen.
No.
No?
You can still book in with $50.
$50 per person?
Deposit.
Boom. It's still on. Like Donkey Kong. Intro again.
And I will find out tomorrow.
Play it again.
I think I have possibly... I may have some cabins at the group rate reserved a little bit longer. I put in for some, so we'll see. I'll know tomorrow. So I may be able to keep some cabins for another at least 30 days. A few cabins, not a lot, but a few. So we'll see.
Now all right. So you had set aside a certain amount of different cabin categories, not exact cabin numbers, but categories.
Yeah.
And once those are gone, then what's the next thing as far as booking in the group? How does that work?
Then you will book in at just the current Norwegian rate, and I pull it into the group. So basically, you won't get that reduced rate, but you will get all the group perks, which are all the free at sea offers for ocean view cabins and above, and 2 for the interiors, which normally it's just 1. And then $100 onboard credit. So you will still get those perks, but the rate will be the Norwegian rate. But I'm trying to work it so I can get some held for maybe another 30 days at the group rate. Maybe even a little longer. We'll see what happens. But I will
there you go.
Keep you posted.
All right, let's see. What do we have here? Florida Krista appreciates the dance comments. Girl, I don't think those moves were discovered in a dance class. Holla if you hear me. Robert Woods is here. What's going on? Says, thanks, Sharon, for the info on cruising.
Oh.
Robert, you are welcome.
You're
on behalf
welcome,
of
Robert.
everyone. Evan Shade is here. My girlfriend and I are going on a cruise in a few weeks. I've been watching all your videos. We love you guys. Huge fans. Your videos are getting us pumped and prepared. Thank you. We appreciate that, Evan. Kevin Bluck is here. Said, play it again. There's been a lot of play it again, so we might have to play it again here. Let me jump to the end of the chat, and then we can do it. Hank Shannon loved the picture of me and the grandbaby. Thank you, Hank. I appreciate that. That is little Luke, the newest grandbaby in the mix. Desi Wagner says, fancy Kettle One. I'll tell you what, I could do Tito's. I like the Kettle One a little bit more, and it's still relatively inexpensive. It's not like top of the food chain stuff. Joel Rivera has a question right here.
Oh, which ship are you going on in 2020 group cruise in October? The Carnival Breeze. will be our group cruise. It's an 8-day.
Yes, we're going with the amazingly talented, unbelievably sexy Tony and Jenny from La Lido Loca. We're going to have a party. It's going to be insane. I'm pretty sure there's just just shy of 200 cabins for that cruise, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a true statement?
I don't know exactly. There's probably about 200.
I think there's about two
really
bills
sure.
on that one. It's going to be insane. We had so much fun. We were so nervous on our group cruise when we went on the Horizon not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
We had such a great time. And now we wish the next group cruises were next week and the week after. We are so excited to meet everyone and spend time with everyone. It's going to be amazing. Desi Wagner says, you like it dirty, Jamie. # dirty Jamie. Play it again. Does Norwegian Encore have complimentary restaurants?
They do.
Said BJ.
They do.
Yes.
And we'll talk about all those in just a few minutes.
That's right. Let's see. I just want to get to the end. BJ said, thanks, Sharon and C, for all your nautical knowledge. You are welcome.
You're welcome.
Charles Hahn said, Florida Chrissy, you could have been a fly girl. Could have been. I still haven't gotten my senior pick-in. Am I too late? Said Michigan mom. For the contest over there at the ship show. Grandkids just melt your heart. You are so right. Can you imagine the reaction if everyone did a chicken costume for the 2020 group cruise Halloween? That would be amazing. I know I sent the message on the last day. Do I still get the perks? That's from Pamela Wallace. Pamela, did you send Sharon a message, or what are you referencing there?
Yeah.
Does that name ring a bell to you?
Yeah, the name does, but I don't know what she's referencing.
All right. So, Pamela, it sounds like if there's something you're trying to do, something you're trying to book, or whatever the case is, make sure, if you haven't already, email sharon@gmail.com. And if for some reason you may have emailed recently, I think Sharon has had piles upon piles of communications with people.
Anyone that calls through tomorrow, you're going to get whatever, you're going to still get whatever the group rate and the reduced deposit and everything tomorrow. And then I'll find out tomorrow whether or not I'll get any of the cabins extended.
Excellent. Hello from New York City, new to cruising. I want to let you know your videos help me so much. That's from J Love Fix. Thanks, J Love Fix. We appreciate that. Crazy Cat, are there any solo cabins on the breakaway left?
There's just a couple that are not connecting, and then there's some connecting ones.
There you go. I think that is it. So listen, NCL's complimentary restaurants are amazing. The buffet is even nice. Whitney, you are so right. The buffet blew me away.
Yeah. It
blew me away.
So good. Like,
yes.
I could have eaten every meal in the buffet on this ship and been perfectly happy.
Oh my gosh, you are so right about that. And I might do that in the future. But for now, I know all right, so some of you said go ahead and show the video again. So you know what?
All right, well,
we're going to show it again.
All right.
Here's the intro. It gives you a little glimpse at some of the stuff that we did and saw on our
show the video, and then we'll come back and
cruise.
Start on our talking about Norwegian.
So here you go. Alright, so there you have it. There is another little glimpse of the intro video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Nancy said, you did such a great job of showing those single cabins. I kind of just want to go in one of them sometime. Sorry, Anthony. Aww, Anthony.
They were pretty nice. I was kind of wondering what they were going to be like myself. And, you know, if you're a single person in there, you can be perfectly comfortable. The only thing I will say is that the toilet area has a door. It's separate, but the shower and sink is like right there in the room with you. But if you're in there just by yourself, it's just you, it really doesn't matter.
Yes.
You know, it's just your own private room. And it was cool how they had the little kind of like a fake window over the bed, which is like showing the out.
It's like a video screen from like
from the outside of the ship.
From like a webcam, from like a cam or something like that, showing what's going on either side of the ship. And depending on which cabin you're in for your solo cabin, what side of the ship you are, you either saw the port side or the starboard side. So that was super cool.
Yeah, so kind of made you feel like not quite as closed in.
Yes.
You know.
Linda Lou, the best thing I ate in New York City, of course, was pizza. We had dinner with Leanne and Brian and Meg and Nick and had an amazing dinner at a place that Leanne recommended. Thank you so much, Leanne.
It's really good.
Don Antonio, I believe, was the name of the place, and it was to die for. Yeah. It was amazing.
It's really good.
Crazy Cat, it's okay. I'm just getting it now. You were joking, talking about taking over the cabins, and I thought you were inquiring, so it's all good. Timothy Walters, did you bring a pizza home for Matthew? We did not, Timothy, but
no, we didn't.
He is super excited to get to New York and try some good local pizza.
He is, and I know we're going to be there in 2021, and I don't know. He's really excited. I don't know if we'll try to actually go there again at some point in 2020 for a short time too or not, but we'll see. But I know he's really excited.
So the funniest thing, we're at the pizzeria, right? We're at the pizzeria with Leanne and her family, and we're ordering pizza. And so Sharon goes to order a pizza. She orders a pepperoni pizza.
Well, the reason I was going to order something else.
Well,
I ordered that purposely because I wanted to get a picture of the pepperoni pizza to send it to Matthew, like just to show him what the New York pizza looked like. Yeah. So, but it was funny that. Go ahead and finish the story.
Oh, so Sharon orders a pepperoni pizza, and the girl goes, "We don't have pepperoni," and I'm like, Sphincter says what? And I'm like, what? Did you say you don't have pepperoni? She's like, yeah, and I'm like, are you? And Brian and I looked at each other like, did she just say that? So I don't know whether like pepperoni is not like a real true Italian topping, or whether that's just too commonplace and they tried to be a little fancier. Their pizzas were all pre-made in the menu. So there's like this pizza, this pizza, this pizza. So you couldn't just go in and be like, yeah, give me anchovy and black olive and ham and whatever. It wasn't that type of a pizzeria. But we just thought it was so funny that they didn't have pepperoni. And we were like, well, dang, I guess this is one place we can't take Matthew when he comes. Because he'll be like, what? There's no pepperoni.
I'm glad we ate there then because it was really good.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, it was amazing. It was amazing. Let's see. They had no Parmesan cheese either. Oh. Alana said, well, no pepperoni. What the horror? You're right, Alana. It was the craziest thing. Leanne said, yeah, that was strange. Sausage on the pie. Pepperoni is a normal pizza topping, said Nancy. What kind of crappy place did Leanne take you to? Even Via Napoli at Walt Disney World has pepperoni. How dare you, Brian Schultz? Don't ever talk about Leanne like that. She will nail you down. I've heard that pepperoni is the most popular pizza topping in the U.S. And Leanne said, yes, it was so odd.
I believe that's probably true.
Leanne says, they meant business. We didn't mess with them. Yeah, we made a few comments, and then we just like, okay, we're cool. Never mind. We'll just have our drinks now. Linda Lou said, I can't eat pizza without Parmesan cheese. But it was an amazing time. So, Sharon, why don't you give a quick synopsis of everything that we did, and what do you got? I know you got a couple notes there, some things you want to make sure you talk about.
Okay, so we had a great time in New York, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. We're gonna talk about the ship a little bit now. So I don't know. First, let's just talk about the food. Everyone wants to know about the food. We've had the most inquiries, I guess, since we've been back, from people asking about the food. Is the food good? How's the buffet? How's the main dining room? Just things like that. So, first off, the food was amazing. Everywhere we went, there was nothing. I can't say there was anything that wasn't great as far as the food goes. The buffet was the best buffet we've ever had. from any carnival buffet we've been on. Symphony of the Seas is the only other royal ship we've been on. But it was up quite a notch from all of those, I think.
Yes.
And then I know the seafood buffet we had one day, but that's not something that's a norm on there. They don't normally have it. It was just a special
Well, I've heard
day.
some people have had it, but it's not a total regular thing, but they will have it.
They said it was for the event, though, not.
Well, that one was for the event, but they will still do seafood buffets and stuff like that on occasion. I just can't guarantee if and when. Here's Chris Barnett has a comment or question. How would you compare the cabin size and the food between Carnival and NCL?
The cabin size and the food. Well, that's what we're talking about. This food right now.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So let's finish the food, then we'll go on to the cabins, and then.
Okay. Cool.
But
really quick on the go-karts. You mentioned the go-karts. They're not fluffy friendly. There's a weight limit. 300 pounds is a weight limit on the go-kart. So if you're pushing 300, and keep in mind they'll weigh you right there.
Yeah, they have a scale.
And if you go like after dinner, and you're bundled up or you have layers of clothes, that can affect it because we saw that thing being taken out a couple times. So keep that in mind.
Yeah,
300
so 300
total.
naked.
Yes, 300. Well, no, it's 300. Well, it's 300 with everything on.
Well, oh yeah.
So
yeah.
If you're 280 on a regular day and you got jeans and short or shoes on and other stuff like that, you got your phone in your pocket, whatever, that could push you over the edge. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's get back to the food.
Okay, so the buffet was great. The Garden Cafe is the buffet there. One thing that's different is on most ships, the buffet is at the back of the ship. Most people are used to just going up a couple decks or whatever. And
Blaine, we'll see you later, brother.
It's at the front of the ship on this. So if you're planning to book a cabin towards the back because you like to kind of make some trips to the buffet here and there throughout the day and you don't like to walk far, you're going to want to be at the front of the ship. So
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, so that's something we kind of noticed. It didn't really affect us, but I know some people do book their cabin to be closer to the buffet.
Alana said, Sharon and C, are you getting on the scale naked?
I know. I was thinking the opposite. I'm sorry, Alana. Oh my gosh.
Oh, mine's always in the gutter.
I know. Okay, so the buffet, it was great.
Yes.
You thought it was great. I thought it was great.
Oh my God, yes.
The main dining room food was great as well.
Mm-hmm.
We only experienced it a couple times. Both times it was really good.
Yeah, we were only on there for 2 nights, so we really just got 2. There's 3 different main dining rooms. And I'm not sure if every one of them has exactly the same or if some differences.
Well,
because we didn't compare menus.
They had the same when we were on there. I don't know if it's, but when we were on there, all 3 had the same menu.
Mm-hmm.
But
are you sure about that?
Yeah. The Manhattan room is kind of the biggest.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive, Jamie.
How do you know?
Did
you go to the other? Please, you didn't see the menu.
I did. I looked at the menu.
You know what you're talking about.
Anyways, so the Manhattan room is, I guess you might, I don't know. I want to say it's like the biggest one. It just seems like the biggest dining room.
Mm-hmm.
It's really big. Then there's 2 others. There's Savor and Taste, and those are up on.
Those are down.
Down.
They're down.
On deck.
Like 6 or 7.
I want to say 6 or 7.
Say
6,
it, girls. If you want to
say
it, say it.
In the center there. Anyways, they're kind of across, just adjacent from each other. So there's.
Jeez, everyone. Okay, we get it. Sharon's right. Leanne, well, they have the same menu, does he? Norwegian has the same menu. And Anoop goes, Sharon's right. I looked at the menus. They're the same.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, it's funny. It can be confusing because when you look at them in the activity schedule thing we got, and also I think on the TV, it refers to them as, I can't remember. I think it was Taste. It says something about a healthy flair or something, and then one of the other.
They have different descriptions for each one of the dining rooms, so it's weird that they would have the same menu in each one.
So that's why it can be kind of misleading to some people, I guess, too. So that the specialty dining, we did not eat in any of the specialty restaurants. It didn't seem like a lot of people did. There were probably some people, some of the big wigs maybe on the ship did, or some people, but they didn't look like they were very busy. I don't know if all of them were open, but what we did see looked amazing, and from what we've heard, it was very good. So
well, and not to mention, it wasn't, our main focus was to see as much of the ship and try all the basic stuff that was on the ship. we were extremely happy to just hit up buffets for lunch and main dining rooms for dinner, because we really wanted to see what the comparison was so that we can come back and share the info.
It was kind of funny too, because I felt like we almost barely had time to eat. We wanted to eat all, we wanted to try everything, but we were so busy that we had to stop and think, oh yeah, we have to go eat, because we were just so busy trying to see everything.
Yeah. Kevin Brubaker says, I thought you were, they were saying, there were some big wigs. Some of the people got assigned to some specialty restaurants, and Noob said, we had heard that stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin said, I thought you were the big wig on the ship. Hardly.
No.
We were really kind of surprised, at being asked to be involved in the deal. I think that NCL is trying to have a little more of a social media presence, from what I can tell, and that was, that's a big deal. And so I think that's why they invited some people. And somehow we got in the mix. I don't know whether it was more the channel. I don't know if it was whether more of Sharon as a travel partner and a travel agent who's booked with them. I don't know if Sharon was recommended by her host agency or what really the ultimate factor was, but we were honored to go and honored to be invited, and it was a huge deal. So, Larry's here and Diane Dietrich are here. What's going on, guys?
All righty with Larry. Did he change his name again?
He did. He's all over it. Robbie said it was go, go, go for sure. It sure was. What do you want to say?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing, Mike. You're hitting my leg. You obviously want to say something.
Like this.
You know you do that. You're full of baloney.
No.
You always, whenever I ramble on, Sharon starts tapping the leg a little.
No, you always tell me, because I'm always moving during the live. I always turn on these chairs that move.
Southern Granite said, well, I know you're talking, but there's some questions coming in. I don't want to miss those questions. Southern Granite said, it seems like they have more specialty restaurants than dining that's included.
They do. They have.
I think you're right.
They do have, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, I want to say 5. There's the 3 dining rooms. There's the buffet. Oh, and then there's local bar and grill, which isn't included. I don't know if I call it. It's kind of like a restaurant. It's an area, and it's open all night, so you can get kind of like, I guess I want to say bar type food. Is that what you would call it? Maybe?
Well, I think it has some breakfast choices in the morning. It has some lunch. It has some dinner, and then it has a late night menu as well. So
we did the late night. We went there.
It reminded me in theory of like a Red Frog pub from Carnival. The
menu was
no, I know. Just the theory, the concept of it. Someplace to go. There's a bar there, and you can order food. But the food there was complimentary. So we did some late night snacks there each time, and it was called the Local Bar and Grill again, and that was pretty awesome. We really enjoyed that. So that's a little extension on food that's available.
They had burgers, Reuben sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
taco, or like nachos, some kind of taco thing. It wasn't like a salad, but it was.
No, it was a tortilla. It was a salad and a tortilla.
Yeah.
And they also had some chili, and that was fantastic.
Oh, they had pretzel bites, wings, all kinds of things. They had desserts. But that was, we went there both nights, late night, and kind of listened to some music at the end of the evening and ate there. And it was really, really good both nights. In fact, it's a great hangout. That whole area there.
It was super cool. It will definitely be a place. If I know the Breakaway has something similar to it, not exactly the same.
It's taken the place of Oceans.
Something like that. Oceans.
Oceans.
So if they have something like that, it's definitely a place I can see myself hanging out a lot on the 2021 cruise. All right, here's a couple questions. I don't want to miss these questions. Okay. I know I'm interrupting you, and I know you're tapping me because you're on a roll.
I'm not tapping you. Your leg's over.
But I just wanted to comment on these. The Adventurous Arkansan said, did they have anything comparable to Guy's Burgers?
They have the American Diner, which is...
it's not comparable to Guy's Burgers.
Well, it's not comparable to the same type. It's a... I want to say...
It's comparable to Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, it's more like a Johnny Rockets. It's a sit-down restaurant. It also has some outdoor seating, like outside seating. Mm-hmm. And it does cost money. It's an extra charge.
Yes. So no, they don't have something comparable to Guys in the sense that it's turn and burn, great burgers that are included.
It's a burger place, but it's more like a Johnny Rockets.
But like we said, that Local Bar and Grill, you can get a burger pretty much any time of the day, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't have one there. I'd imagine it's just probably a decent burger, but I don't know that it compares to Guys. Let's see. There was another question. Brian Schultz said, Sharon isn't right. She's incorrect. Very nice, Brian. Very nice indeed. We answered that for Southern Grand. Okay, it was go, go, go. Moving from one TV to another, taking you with me. I have to pack for my cruise this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Desi,
Desi's
that is
going
awesome.
on a cruise.
Anthony Plack says, I blame Cookie. You're so right. Blame Cookie for everything. Let's see. Sorry, I jumped ahead a little bit there.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it sounds like you guys are talking a little bit. So the event that we went on, besides the Grand Gala Seafood Buffet, which I think was a little over the top because of the folks that were on the cruise, there was no sign of anything that was done differently because the cruise ship was filled with travel partners and social media people, as opposed to just people that had paid their hard-earned money to be on the ship. It was just an inaugural event. They're doing another one in Miami, I think, right now, or they might have just finished one or something like that.
They're just starting one, but it's a shorter sailing.
And the goal was really just to have people just on to see the ship, experience it a little bit, but nothing was so over the top that we felt like, oh, this is something that's happening special, and it doesn't normally happen. If that answers
Jamie,
kind of the question I see you talking about.
It's talking about ice cream, but he's talking about he needs ice cream right now. That's another thing, ice cream. There are some, I did see a couple of the soft serve, the ice creams that you get yourself, self-serve. They also have the ice cream at the buffet where behind the counter where they will scoop you up of regular ice cream in the tubs. And they had, I think, probably like 10 different flavors, I think.
I think so, 8 or 10.
Something like that. So, and that was really good. I had that a couple times.
Yes.
So.
Let's see. Brian still said, wait, what is it, 2019? We should have a social media presence? I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm pretty sure we will have a social media presence. Anoop said, yeah, it's a 24-hour pub. That's a great way to describe it, Anoop.
Yeah.
A great way.
There was one other thing with the food I was gonna. Oh, one thing I will say, it's probably the only negative thing I could even think about, and it has nothing to do with the actual food itself, but the main dining room service was a little on the slower side, and I've heard people mention that have cruised on Norwegian before that they felt that the dining room was a little slow on different other ships. So I don't know if that's something with Norwegian because of the freestyle dining that it just maybe takes a little longer for things to get out, versus, some of the set dinings, everything's on a certain schedule. So that may be, but that was a little slower. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're maybe planning on going to a show or something at a set time. Make sure you go to dinner early enough so that you don't miss the show. I mean, plan 2 hours in the main dining room if you're going to be going to a show right after or something.
Sheila said, did they have the Oceans?
Oceans.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they did not. The local bar and grill.
Oh, that's what you're saying. What did I say earlier? Oceans? Oh, yeah. I think I said it wrong. Oceans.
The local bar and grill took its place, but it's similar, and it's in the same area, I believe, from what I've been told. Mm-hmm. But that's what took the place of it.
There you go. Oh, let's see. What are the 24-hour choices? Did you do room service?
That was it.
There was no room service available on on this deal. Yeah, it wasn't on. It wasn't happening during this 2-day event.
There is a fee for room service. I know that. $7.95, I think. They do have coffee makers in the room though, which that's the thing I really loved that we haven't seen on any other cruise line is the coffee makers in the room, so you can make yourself coffee in the morning. When you get up, you don't have to either wait for room service to come or go down and get it yourself. You can make it right there in your room and have it before you, while you're getting ready or getting around, whatever.
You are so right. Kevin says, my wife wants to know if there's any champagne bars on the ship. I did not see a champagne bar. I saw a mojito bar.
Yeah, they had a mojito bar.
And a couple other ones. Listen, I'm not going to lie. We barely even dabbled into the bars and things like that.
We went by
with the short time we were there.
Video, I think, of most of them, but we didn't have a chance to sit down and have a drink at all of them because we were just too busy.
Timothy Walter said, do they have a bar similar to the Alchemy Bar? Timothy, I don't know if it would be similar to the Alchemy Bar in the sense that they're creating like unique drinks. Yeah. Nothing that we experienced, although there could be something like it. But there are a ton of different neat, cool bars.
Yeah.
The one bar that I really wanted to go to, but I didn't just because of the time and because, to be honest with you, we partied so hard in New York City with Leanne and Brian that we really were partied out by the time we got on the ship. There's a bar, I think it was called the Maltings Whiskey Bar that I really wanted to go check out. It's definitely another place I could see myself hanging out at, but we didn't go there. And what was the one where
there's a district brew house, which is kind of cool. It's kind of more like a biker theme type of a place.
Yes, that was very cool. Some places I'd want to hang out at. Well, the Cavern.
Bar, there was like a wine bar.
The Cavern was there, which is a place where they have bands. Like they'll have
the Beatles.
Yeah, it wasn't like the real Beatles.
Yeah, not the real Beatles.
They didn't get back together. I wouldn't want to throw anybody off there. But they had a impression, like tribute bands, you can call them. And so I think they switched them up every couple of weeks or every month or so. Robbie O'Malley said, yeah, the local has really been stepped up. Used to be a bit gross, but now I enjoy it. Yeah. I think, Robbie, was the local on the Escape too? Is that what you were saying when we were talking to you? Linda Lou said, I hope they have great seafood. Linda, I can tell you right now that I had some great seafood on the ship.
And the main dining room at dinner looked really good too. Mm-hmm. Like the lobsters were quite a bit bigger than the ones we've gotten on Carnival before.
Julie D said, love the local. The fish and chips were great. I did have the fish and chips. Had it on the Bliss. There you go. Sean Villarreal. Hello, Sean. Thank you. Go Chargers, he says. He's a Raider fan, so he definitely doesn't like the Chargers or the Chiefs, to be honest. But he didn't give a score, so that's cool. So as a reminder, no one please talk about the score of the football game. I'm recording it to watch it with my son, Matthew, after this show is over. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. There was a little bit.
Okay, so we can.
There was a little talk about seafood.
Oh, what about it?
Well, somebody mentioned I hope they have good seafood, and I was thinking this could be a good time for me to do a little seafood tribute.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Well, okay, yeah, we'll do that now, and then we'll move on to talk about something else.
And keep the questions coming. I mean, we were gonna just go over some different things about the ship, but if you have questions, just keep hitting us up, and we'll talk all about it real quick. But in the meantime, guys, I took a few minutes. One of the things I was most impressed with was the seafood extravaganza, the seafood buffet that they put together, and I thought, I mean, I know it's not really a long time ago. And it's not, usually if you're going to go back in time to something, you'd go a little farther back to like months or years ago. But I thought, there's really no rules when it comes to a time machine, is there? So I figure, why not jump in the time machine? And let me take you guys back to when I enjoyed the seafood buffet on the Norwegian Encore. Are you ready? Hold on tight. Please, if you're with children, keep them close to you. Buckle up your seatbelt. Keep your hands in the cart and get ready to ride. But now we're going to hit up the Grand Gala Seafood Buffet. Now, you're going to look in amazement when we show you this stuff, but I hate to break your heart, it's not on every cruise. On this cruise, it's a little something special. You might find it on yours. I can't guarantee that, but just know that I'm going to eat enough seafood for all of you out there. So I got your back, guys. Alright, so the seafood buffet. I mean, I'd like to tell you it was a little underwhelming and really not that big of a deal. But I'd be totally lying to you. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen on a buffet in my entire life and history of cruising. Look at my food. And we're back. Woo, boy, that was a rough ride. I hope that ride wasn't too rough for some of you guys. I apologize about that. I hope you enjoyed our ride on the time machine there. Yes, there was a lot of amazing amazing food to be had there.
A lot, especially without our plate stacked so high.
Yeah, I really didn't even do it justice as far as like recording so much stuff because I was just so excited about eating and I was starving because right before that we were in the middle of doing a massive cabin tour. They had a list of cabins you can go check out, and you may have seen the video we put out where we went through and showed a bunch of cabins, and that's what we were doing right before. I think that was right before we ended up going to eat here. And so I was just starving and dying from chasing Sharon all day long. Because Sharon is go, 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 go. And I'm like, can we stop for a minute?
Yeah.
She's
I'm
like,
not
no.
non-stop. We're not stopping until we see every bit of the ship.
Yes, for sure.
And Jamie's like, is it time to eat yet? Can we stop? Can we take a break?
Well, because I knew they were having the seafood buffet. And I'm like, it starts at 12. I want to go now. I want to go now. I want to go now. And Sharon's like, no, we're not done yet. We have to go see these 9 other cabins. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on. So that was amazing. And yes, the moment I was so blown away, what's funny is that it was when I went back for my second plate of seafood that I noticed an area that had oysters on the half shell.
Oh yeah, they weren't. I didn't notice those the first time.
Yeah, and I had never seen oysters on the half shell on a buffet. They had a good selection of sushi, and it wasn't just like California roll sushi. It was like some pretty decent sushi, considering it was like, put out and spread out on the trays and stuff like that. So it was some good stuff. I was really blown away. But that's not to say that the regular everyday buffet, which is what we had the first time for lunch on the first day on the ship, that was pretty damn good too.
It was good
The best buffet I've ever had. Yeah. So it was fantastic all the way around for sure. For sure. You said you want to talk a little bit about the cabins?
Well, yeah. So we'll talk now. Let's talk a little bit about the cabins. We kind of broke the areas down to talk about a little bit. So the cabins, we had a regular balcony, and it was towards the front of the ship. It was actually, I think, only the second cabin back on the port side from the front of the ship. So, I mean, we were parked in New York, so I can't really say whether it was a good location or not. It was fine. We had a decent view of New York out off our balcony.
Sure. Yeah, it was great.
But as far as the balcony goes, I was kind of in the past when I've seen the Norwegian videos of the rooms, the closets, instead of most cruise lines will have 3 closets. A lot of the ones we've been on, where there's 2 for hanging things and then 1 with the shelves. This one only has 1 with the shelves and 1 closet. So I was kind of nervous. I was thinking, how would we fit all of our things in there if there were 3 of us? But after being in it and seeing, I think it would be fine, because the one where you hang your things on is actually kind of set back a little deeper, and it is wider than the ones we've had on Carnival before. And the shelving, one of them has the little safe on it, but it's a small safe, so it doesn't take the whole shelf up. Then over on the countertop, that desk countertop area, there's 2 little cupboards that have shelves in it too, kind of like some of the older Carnival ships used to have, that they don't have it on the newer ships now. But there is a lot of space there, which we didn't even use this time, because we really didn't use all the space, because we were just there a couple days and it was just the 2 of us. But there's also drawers under the sofa, large drawers to put things in, so that there's plenty of space. The bathroom space, the shelving in the bathroom, there's plenty of space.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the room was great as far as sizing. I think it's probably, I would say the room is probably my favorite regular balcony that we've stayed in. We've stayed in some like the premium balconies and suites before that are bigger and nicer. But as far as a regular balcony room, this is probably our best one out of, from the Symphony of the Seas and then all of our Carnival ships we've been on. I really enjoyed the balcony.
I did. I liked it. Talking about the bathroom.
Except for the bathroom. I love the bathroom. There was nothing wrong with the bathroom to me. Like I said, it's probably my favorite bathroom. Jamie had an issue with the bathroom a little bit, so I'll let him talk about that.
Okay, so here's the bath. Settle in, guys, because we're going to talk about something that's really the most important thing we could talk about all night long. The bathroom. Let's talk about the bathroom. I have there's 2 things that I wasn't crazy about with the bathroom. Number 1, you would think it'd be super cool that they have the shower with the hard glass or the plexiglass surrounding it, instead of that old annoying shower curtain that'll stick to your butt.
I love the plexiglass.
Okay.
I love it.
You love the plexiglass because you're small.
And I don't get the floor wet.
You're small, you're thin, and I love that. The floor doesn't get wet, so that is a plus. Don't get me wrong. But for bigger kids, now I'm a big kid, all right? I'm not super big, but I'm definitely not small. You know, I'm a big guy. I'm a 250-pound dude. And being in there, there's not a ton of extra room. I'm a few inches away from bouncing into the wall of the shower at any given turn. And that's a little tricky. If you're a bigger kid than I am, then you may, you know, you're going to be in there playing bumper cars in that shower as you're trying, you know, you could literally hear squeaking as you try to spin around and, you know, wash different parts of your body. It's a pretty tight fit. I will also say that the toilet, it's a little bit of a tight fit as far as having a little knee room down there. And I won't go too much deeper into that, but that's a little tight fit. And the one thing that kept messing us up was in the shower when you walked, or I'm sorry, in the bathroom when you walked out of the door. You may know this. You've been on a cruise. Usually you have to step up a little bit to get into the bathroom. There's always seems to be a little step on how the thing is set up. But there's a little lip in the doorway, and I believe it's designed to make sure that if there's any water that gets loose in the bathroom, it doesn't actually enter the cabin. But we tripped on this lip.
Oh yeah.
At least 3 or 4 times a piece going in and out of that bathroom, mostly coming out of it. More times than I could count. It was funny, but I was like, dang, this thing's driving me crazy. So I think the toughest thing is probably if you're a bigger kid, the bathroom could be a little bit tight. Now, if you want to alleviate that.
Yeah, now the mini suites have a larger shower. So.
The mini suite shower is twice as big. So if you're a big kid and you're thinking about going on one of those ships for Norwegian, go with the mini suite because most of the extra room that comes with the mini suite, the square footage, is all put in the bathroom. Bigger bathroom, bigger area, and a much bigger shower area. So that's kind of a deal right there.
So that's about it with the rooms. Like we had a regular bathroom. We did the video where we toured all the other cabins and showed you those. So if you have any questions about them, but otherwise you can watch the video. We tried to get as much as we could with all the different cabin categories.
Robbie O'Malley said, yep, I'm a bigger guy, and it is indeed tight.
And one other thing, well, while you're on that subject, why don't you talk about the hallways? There's one other thing, probably the only other negative thing we can even say, and like I said, it wasn't really bad for me, but Jamie noticed it, and he was talking about it. The hallways.
All right.
And the hallways down the ships where all the cabins are extremely narrow. Like, probably, I would say, a half to 3/4 of the size of Carnival's.
And
like
I think
very slim.
Sheila, no, there were no luggage mats, but there was that one piece of material at the foot of the bed that was a little thicker. That's not really something you'd sleep on. I believe is a protectant for the mattress, but it's not a mat. It's just looks like a piece of the bedding.
Yeah.
Just to answer that question.
Kind of the decorative.
Good night, Huebner Hijinks. What's going on? Hello, and good night to you. Lovely to see you. Terry Crotcher, your question. Let me answer that for you, buddy. Terry had a question. Terry wants to know, is there someplace I can get my coffee? Terry, I'm not really sure. They have, I think it's kind of a rinky-dink, small-time little coffee shop chain. Let me see if I can remember the name of it. Do you remember the name of that rinky-dink, no name, probably nobody even heard of it, coffee chain that was on the ship?
There's a Starbucks on there.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's what it was, on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, dude, Starbucks is on there, so you can get your coffee like a madman. Starbucks is right on that ship.
But they have coffee makers in the cabins too, so you don't even have to leave your room.
Well, I think he needs like a specialty mocha. He needs a kick to get him fired up in the morning.
Now the Starbucks though, if you have the drink package, it is not included in the drink package.
No, you will pay extra for the coffees. Kevin Rubaker said, are there outlets near the bed in the mini suites? No outlets.
There's USB
but there are
ports.
USB ports. Yeah. So you can charge your phone and charge anything they can charge with USB, but no outlet. But at the counter, there are 3 outlets there that you can use for plugging things in. So that was pretty cool. We ended up bringing, what's the thing that we brought?
The Tron little cube. It's a little cube.
Yes.
Adapter, or I'm trying to
I feel like I should go get that to show them what we had. What do you think about that? I know where it is.
I have one. Hang on.
You don't know. You don't have the right one though. You have a European one. No one wants to see
that.
No one wants to see the European one. You stay right there.
They'll see the outside. It's the same.
You stay right there.
So yeah. So anyways.
Hold on.
Okay, he's gonna get it. So it's one of the little cubes, but it's a real small one, and we have a European one too, and another one that's I think just for, is it Ireland or something? I don't know. They sent us all these different
Ireland,
ones, but we don't really.
It's for the Irish. So if you've watched our videos, you've seen us go through multiple different chargers and things and plugs and stuff like that over time. And this is our new favorite plug.
It's made by Tron. I don't know if you can see it. I guess I'm looking at the picture over here. And it has, as you can see, each side.
Go over to the picture here. Hold on here. Let me give you the picture here.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay, so each side has a regular, well, not each side, all but the one. And then this side has 2 USB ports. So, and it just plugs right in.
Yes.
You can see it like that.
This thing is awesome.
And this is great. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's great.
And it charges quickly, and that worked really well. There was shampoo, body wash in the shower, so they did have that, as well as another kind of a soap that you could use by the sink too.
Yeah, they had that, and
Ruth Todd said it's toilet talk.
And they had a little lotion in our room too, which smelled really good. I forget what smell it was. It was really good.
How was the Florida Chris wants to know about the toilet paper.
Oh my goodness,
Chris,
standard cruise line toilet.
I only use I used the toilet paper twice, and
oh my god.
And both times I was really more concerned with, you know, I mentioned the thing about there's not a lot of leg room, and sometimes you have to have clearance to be able to use said toilet paper appropriately. So I was really more concerned with making sure the toilet paper was doing its job. And I wasn't as focused on the feel, the texture, the softness of it.
It was standard toilet paper.
But it cleansed me. It cleansed me.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Although sometimes after using it, I feel like I just need a shower anyway. But that's a conversation for another day.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Pam has said the breakaway shower is a nice size.
Okay. Yeah, it may be, you know, it's.
I know. I think it just depends. I mean, I don't know if, like I said, if you're a little bit of a bigger kid, then it may be a little tighter fit. Okay, so we're going to talk about the hallways.
Oh, yeah.
So here's another thing that was very unique about this ship we hadn't seen before. If you've been on a cruise before and think of it like a hotel. When you're walking down the hallway in a hotel, there's cabins or there's rooms on your right and your left. Okay, so if you're walking down the hallway on the cruise ship, one side are the cabins that lead to the outside, and those are going to be balcony cabins. And usually the interior cabins are right on the other side. But in this case, there were no doors to the interior cabins on the opposite side of the balcony cabins in the hallway. They actually had other interior hallways that you would go to
kind of in the middle
and access your interior cabin or your solo cabin from in there. So I believe that the way it's designed, the hallways are a little bit thinner, a little tighter, because they don't anticipate people going into their cabins from each side of the hallway. One side is just the wall, one side is the doors to your balcony. So it was a unique setup, but I found it also to be pretty small. I mean, like literally.
You know it was small because, well, okay, the carts, you know, that the room stewards use. You know, they're usually about, I don't know, maybe this deep out from the wall or so, you know, and they have all their stuff on them. The ones on Norwegian, they were literally like about this wide. They were really skinny up against the wall, and then it really left you like hardly any space to go by. But that's probably why they were so skinny too, because if they were the normal size, no one would be getting by, I don't think.
Oh my God, yes.
But I know when the carts were out, Jamie had to turn sideways and kind of, you know, you got to kind of.
If there's a cart in the hallway, now, because when I've been on a carnival where you can just pass someone in the hall, and you can just pass them. You can just walk right by them, no problem.
Yeah,
on this ship, you couldn't have two people walk. If Sharon and I were trying to, like Sharon and I could not walk side by side. Here's an example. When we were on the Horizon, we did a video where John Klaykowski did like a Soul Train walk through a group of people on each side of the hallway. They were on each side of the hallway dancing, and not all these people were thin little railings. Okay, if you watch the video, there were some big kids in there. And John was able to walk between the two sides of people and like dance through like a Soul Train walk. You are not doing that on the Norwegian Encore. It's a little bit of a tighter fit. That is for shizzle.
But I guess those were really
Terry said thanks for the answer. Can you use your Starbucks phone app? I am not sure on that, Crazy Cat.
No,
I'm not sure.
I believe not. I believe not.
Oh, Jamie, Brinky Dink, a little coffee shop. 2 tourists and a camera. What's going on? Glad to have you here. Robbie O'Malley said you can use your Starbucks gift card on board and the app. Also, coffee makers only in the balcony cabins and higher.
Okay,
excellent.
Good. That's good to know.
This is why we were so heavily involved with Robbie O'Malley before this cruise, and we will be forever in his debt and forever buddies with him.
He's full of information.
He is a plethora of Norwegian information.
Okay.
He knows the cruise line inside and out. Thank you, Robbie. And it was amazing, so amazing
that's
again.
That's good to know about the Starbucks, because I thought I heard someone say one time you couldn't, and so that's good to know. And also the coffee makers. Now that I think about it, when we toured the cabins, I don't think I did see one, but I just didn't think about it.
Yes.
But.
Lana said it's a USB hub port. There you go. Oh, are you talking about our thing here? Well, yeah, it's a USB hub port, and then it's also got all the plugs, so it's super cool. And it can do everything, even if you just have one outlet. Well, let's say you have a wife that needs to plug her curling iron and her all that other stuff in at one time, and you don't want to unplug all the electronics. That'll come in handy. Yeah. Shifting an outlet by the bed for those with CPAP machines. We had to plug across the room and try not to tip over the cord at night.
Yeah.
Terry, you're right about that. Griffin List said Trond is the bomb.
Yeah, we're really liking these little.
We are digging that. It is very, very cool. Let's see. Is that in your Amazon store at Sharon at Sea?
It is. I believe it is.
Ooh, okay, there you go.
I will make sure it's in there.
You better.
Tonight.
Julie D said, I did find the halls to be a bit narrow for my folding scooter, especially getting in the door. We just folded up. I could walk in. Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, it was tight, like I said, tight enough that you had to go sideways if two people were going to walk next to each other. Not the end of the world.
I don't know that. I'm thinking maybe the Bliss and the Joy and some of the other newer ships may be like this too, but I don't really know for sure. Maybe I don't know if the older ships are, but it could just be because this is the newer ship, the way the interiors are inside. But that's how it is on this particular
Jamie
ship.
asked about the plug charger. Can you put a link to somewhere to get that Tron plug charger?
After the show.
After the show, Sharon will go on the cruise crew and put a link for you guys if anybody wants to snatch that up. Yeah. It's just handy.
If you're not in the cruise crew, I'll pop it in the description box of this video after.
Chris Barnett said, Jamie, how do you like the new camera? Are you talking about the M50? What camera were you talking about? I am unsure. I've had the M50 for a while. Unless you're talking about the gimbal, which I loved, and I'm still learning how to use it as good as possible. All the seafood talk made me hungry. Cooking some bacon, said Cruise Views. Not gonna lie, you guys have a new anchor here in my living room. My daughter informed me that at least one outlet is required on every stateroom. LOL. There you go, James. What's going on, James Lemrick? Lovely to have you. Lovely to have you. Brian Francis going and said Charmin only. Are you a BYOC? You bring your own Charmin? Is that the deal, Brian? Let's see. Cruise Line TP sucks. Trevor Bagokler, what's going on, brother? You are so correct. This bathroom talk is too funny. I always take bathroom wipes. Linda Lou, you're right about that. I'm not going to lie, Linda. We always do too, but this is the one time, for some reason, the bathroom wipes didn't make it into our travel. You know why? Because we've traveled. We were gone for 3 days, 3.5 days, and we just took carry-ons. It was a very, very tight. We just took our carry-ons, and we had to squeeze everything into them, and it was, since we needed warm clothes, it was kind of tight. Oh, it looks like Andrew. If anyone's commenting about the football game, please. We are on lockdown tonight. The Chargers are playing. I'm recording the game. Thank you for doing an amazing job, everyone. Looks like Andrew might have been making some comments on the game, so we'll see how that works out. Thank you. The old Queen Mary had little hallways going into the inside cabins. We stayed on for one night before we went on the Carnival the next day, said Terry. Yeah, it's a little bit of a tight fit on that ship, I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Okay, and I believe that will negatively affect a potential cabin crawl on the 2021 group cruise, so we're changing it to a bar crawl.
Yeah, so we're going to do a bar crawl on there because
we'll all have the drink package anyway.
Yeah.
Chris Barnett, yes. So instead of 2 hallways, there are 3. A middle hallway has entry to interiors. Yes, it's kind of like that.
Another thing is if there's, instead of 3 elevators, there are only 2. So if you don't want a long walk to the elevator, just pay attention to the deck plan when you're booking your cabin and get one a little closer, because
you are right.
We were way at the front of the ship, and to get to the elevator, I
had to take a taxi to get to the cabin.
No, but it was quite a walk. I mean, it was fine for us, but if you're someone that doesn't want to walk far, then I would suggest getting one close to the elevator.
It's like there's an aft elevator and then there's kind of an elevator between forward and midship. Now we never waited for an elevator, and each elevator bank has 8 elevators, and it was like this. Now, granted, it was only about half occupancy, I think, on the ship. Robbie, you can confirm that for me if you would. But since our cabin was so far forward, I swear to God, every time we got off the elevator, I felt like it was a half-mile walk just to get to the darn cabin. So keep that in mind. If you have a little bit of a mobility issue, stay away from any cabins that are too far forward, because you're going to put a couple of extra steps on each trip back to the cabin.
I will say the stairs were
wide,
huge, way wider than Carmel's. They were just really wide, the stairs. So if you're someone that likes to walk up and down stairs, you know.
The ship had a very extremely modern look to it, very clean, very modern. I had mentioned them.
It was very plain. Parts of it were very plain, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just comparing it to other ships we've been on, very modern and plain looking.
Thanks, AF Travels.
But we really enjoyed it.
Well, the thing that messed me up, Robbie, I don't know if this messed you up or if you've seen it before, was normally when you're going down the stairs on these cruise ships, as you go down the stairs, there's usually some kind of artwork or some decoration or some lit up fancy thing or something like that on the wall as you're going down the stairs. Every stairwell we found going up and down had huge mirrors, and it always messed me up because every time I looked down the stairs, I thought I was seeing like a whole nother area of the ship that I had never been to before, but it was actually just the area underneath me on the next level down, but because it was a huge mirror, and it messed me up for like literally the whole 2 days we're on that ship. I was all jacked up. All jacked up.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Ruth Todd said, "Oh yeah, those guys are cruise exclusively with NCL, and they are a good source of info as well." You are right. But I'm here to tell you that Robbie O'Malley is the best source of info. If you need NCL stuff, go check out his YouTube channel at Robbie O'Malley. Click on the 3 buttons and hit the link and go check him out, because
I don't think there's a question that guy does not know.
When we talked to him, I learned so much about just Norwegian, and he has got some amazing stories and amazing experience. This dude is 22. He's a young man. He's been on over 40 cruises. Almost all NCL and he's dabbled in a few other cruise lines, but he just loves NCL, and he goes solo. He goes with his family, and he's got relationships with the folks. I'm really blown away by him, and great info. If you need great info on NCL, go talk to Robbie O'Malley. That thing was cool, the Tron, and less room than an outlet strip. You're right about that, Brian, because sometimes you get a plug and there's stuff around it that you can't get something unique to it, and so this thing just pops right in, and it's worked really well for us. We sometimes had to move the carts into the doorway of other cabins to get my scooter through and then move it back again. Yeah. The stewards always did it for us. Yep, it was a little bit tight. Sheila said they're going to pack you in like sardines. Kevin Brubaker said, are the shows they're showing online now for the breakaway going to change before our group cruise?
Well,
I couldn't answer that, but I would imagine so.
Possibly, because that's so far away. But we can't answer that right now. So, let's talk a little bit about the entertainment. We saw 2. Speaking of that, we saw 2 shows on the Encore. We saw Choir of Men, and
Choir of Man
and Kinky Boots. They were both great shows. I would say I think we enjoyed Choir of Man a little more.
I think so.
Which may be a little odd because everyone raved of Kinky Boots. I mean, everyone raved of it. I think. Well, we were tired too when we were watching it because we saw it at 10 o'clock at night. But there's a lot of, in Kinky Boots, there's a lot of talking along with the singing, and it's very Broadway-ish, it's so I think because we were all tired, maybe there was too much talking in it, and we got a little tired. But it is an amazing show. It's just, you have to be, I'm trying to think of the right word to say it. It's not a show. That's not a show you'd want to take your kids to. Choir of Man, yes. Kinky Boots, no, probably.
Kinky Boots had a little double entendre about Kinky Boots. I mean, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I'm just here to tell you. And Sharon made a great point. These shows were definitely a little Broadway-ish, and because there was, I don't know if you'd call it acting, but I guess you'd call it acting. Yeah. There was talking and interaction with the audience. To a point and stuff like that, and that's something we hadn't really seen like on a Carnival ship or even on Royal. The shows were just strictly the shows, and it was 99% singing and doing stuff like that. But this show, even Choir of Man, was probably more like about 60%, 65% singing, and Kinky Boots was maybe only I felt like it was only 50% singing.
And Kinky Boots was, I think it was about a 90-minute show. It was really long. Choir of Man wasn't as long, but they are both wonderful shows, though. They're just, like I said, real Broadway-ish. You have to, it has to be something you like, but they're very talented. They're great shows. I think we just preferred Choir of Man.
Yes.
A little better. But, and the theater, I loved the theater.
Yes, big fan of the theater.
The theaters, it's probably the best theater I've been in. It's just one kind of big theater, and the seats are very theater style. They go up, and they're at such a nice angle that you can always see over the person in front of you. There's no strange seating like on some other ships.
Like on another ship we were recently on.
The newer Carnival ships and things. So the seating is amazing. There was drink holders in our chairs. They were all just regular chairs, the whole theater. I didn't see any other type of chairs really. They were just all together. I don't think, but that I remember anyways. But it was great. We love the theater. So that's
Leanne, you should be excited about NCL. I will tell you that, you guys know we've been 90% Carnival. We went on Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Symphony of the Seas, earlier this year. Solid ship, had a very nice time. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But the couple of days that we were on NCL, ultimately, if you said to us tomorrow, hey guys, same itinerary, same embarkation port, do you want to get on the Encore or the Symphony of the Seas?
Encore, hands down.
I think we're going Encore, hands down. That's just us. Symphony of the Seas has a few things that are amazing. I mean, the Aqua Theater is... Nobody's going to beat the Aqua Theater.
If you take the Aqua Theater out of Symphony of the Seas and a couple other kind of just cool newer things, then, I mean, it wouldn't have, I don't know. I think that's what kind of wowed us about that.
Yes.
And the staff, the staff on Norwegian, they were all friendly, interactive, not over the top as much as Carnival as far as, loud and, singing and all that, but they were just very pleasant.
You guys see that stuff what Sharon does? She talks, and when she's talking, she starts shuffling her papers around.
With my hands.
She's like a nervous Nelly.
Anyways, but now I forgot what I'm saying.
Don't worry about it. I got a few things to say.
The staff was really friendly, amazing. We loved it.
I will say this: the staff was good. The staff, the interaction and service still did not meet up to Carnival. Carnival, I'm telling you right now, say what you will, Walmart of the Seas, whatever the case is, I know how people feel.
They weren't
but Carnival staff still is the most friendliest, the friendliest and most engaging that I've experienced.
Well, they are, but I just meant that Norwegian, they were very friendly, and they said
they were friendly, they were nice, they would say hi on a regular basis.
Before you even said hi. Sometimes.
More so than on Royal.
But they just didn't have the singing and that type of, the dining room singing, like the dining room singing.
Oh yeah, they don't have that shenanigans.
And just all that kind of thing. That's just.
Chris Barnett, I did have the fish and chips. I liked it, man. It was good. It was tasty. Nothing over the top, but good stuff. You eat that stuff at midnight after a few beers, you'll be loving life. John Bolton, I have just had one. I am not in competition with you, John, for how many martinis I'm drinking. Plus, when I get done here, I'm going to watch the football game with Matthew. Crazy Cat, I'm not a fan of Broadway. These shows were good, and I enjoyed them. But I like, I'll take a little more singing and a little less talking at the end of the day, if that works for you. Mr. Klaykowski, John Klaykowski himself. Speaking of, you guys know we're cruising with those guys, right, in 2021? Make sure you go check out the Klaykowski channel and the Ship Show every Wednesday night. The best, the second best live show that you're going to find. I'm just kidding. No, those guys are amazing. Super funny. They're definitely a PG-13 type of a deal, and they are a riot. We love those guys, John and York. Wanda said, I can't wait to see both shows.
Yeah.
I'm excited about NCL. I jumped ahead. I'm torn on NCL. There's things I like and things that worry me. We do interiors on Carnival, said Chris. I don't know, man. I mean, don't worry too much. If you have any specific questions, Chris, feel free to shoot us an email at sharonandc@gmail.com or a private message on Facebook to one of us. Going on Norwegian Joy next week. The shows are Footloose and Elements. Has anyone seen seen these shows and how are they. Craving Cruises, I have not.
No, but I saw some videos of Footloose online. You could probably search those, and it looked like it was pretty good.
Anoop, we did see Choir Man. That was awesome. Awesome.
It was.
Did you see that too? I know you were on there. Big G and Snuggles! What's going on, guys? Glad to have you here. Love seeing you. Eva Fabian, what's up? Glad to have you. Love seeing you here. I just want to jump ahead. Breakaway, the shows are Rock of Ages, also good but long, and Burn the Floor. That was amazing.
Yeah, the shows.
The shows were long.
They're
weren't
longer than.
They definitely were longer. Yes, the Kinky Boots was long. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At the end, I was like,
I know we're kind of like,
an hour and a half. Like, Jesus. Yeah. The Encore holds about. Jamie will at the Encore, I believe, holds about 4,000 people. Yeah. It's not as big as some of the other ships. And NCL isn't making their ships like to hold 5,000-6,000 people. They seem to still be keeping them a little bit smaller. And the next ship coming out, I believe, is a little smaller than that, from what I understand. Yeah. John said, I agree with you, Jamie. I always put Carnival #1 on my list. There you go. Julie D said Flamboyant. Whoa, I didn't say that. I like Princess ships, Linda Lou, but haven't sailed on them yet. That's what Sheila said. Joe Tully likes Carnival. NCL and Royal is the order of preference.
Yeah, that's a good order.
Agree, Jamie. Carnival staff is the best. That's what Hughes Cruise Views said. I can't find the page for the cruise crew for 2021. I know I joined and I can't find it. Help, said DC810. DC, shoot an email and we'll let you know. We'll send you the link again.
Sheila said, I'm even looking at Holland America for Alaska. Did I miss something up above, maybe? I don't know.
We probably did.
Anyways, I've heard Holland America does Alaska really well. It's a good cruise line to take to Alaska.
Yes.
I think the newer Norwegian ships would be good too. They have that large, that's one thing, it had a big observation deck on the Encore, and I know the Bliss and Joy have it as well, which would be really nice.
Amy said, how do you feel about the extra charge stuff on NCL? Amy, I'll tell you what.
Well, here we'll talk about a lot of the activities. Okay, so the go-karts, Galaxy Pavilion, the laser tag, all that, they all have an extra cost with them. I'm not really a big fan of the extra cost, but it seems like all the cruise lines are kind of going to this. They're putting these a lot more newer type things on the ships, and it probably costs them more to use to make them, to use them, to the upkeep of them, and I guess that's why they're charging. Mini golf and things like that, or it's like they're gone now almost on some ships, and it's like all the
I know,
things,
right?
but,
it's an afterthought now.
But so the go-karts, I believe the regular price, Robbie, if you're out there, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like $15 for each time you ride it, or so.
Good night, Terry.
And you can purchase like a pass for the whole week if you're on a 7-day cruise for like $199 and go as many times as you want.
Good night, Dave and Brady.
And that's $199, not $1.99.
Ooh,
Anyways, so I have a feeling that's what we'll probably be doing in January, because I know Matthew's going to want to ride them more than once, so I don't know. Galaxy Pavilion with all the VR things in there, that is really cool. That's a great new addition, and I think some other cruise lines are going to start doing a lot of that as well. I even have heard that Princess may be kind of going to some of that.
Wow.
Now, they're pricey too, so I think each thing in there is $8 each, and the F1, what is it, the
F1 simulator,
that is $20 every time you do that. So those are going to be pretty pricey too.
We are already saving for our end of January cruise on the Encore with Matthew. Because we know he will want to be highly entertained. Yeah. So I told him he's going to be Ruth Todd, thank you very much, guys. Hey, I know it's getting a little late for some folks. Still 168 people here. That's amazing. Guys, do me a favor if you haven't done already. If you enjoy what you're watching here and you want to hit the thumbs up button, we appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up on the screen underneath the video. If you're on your phone, just close out the chat for a moment. Hit the thumbs up. Open the chat back up. Come back right where you left off. That would be super cool. Well, I would love it. I like NCL. It just seems like the pool area is very small compared to other cruise lines. It is a little bit, John.
But we found there's a lot of other areas to lay out. We'll talk about those in a minute too. What was the other thing? So the VR, laser tag. Yes. Laser tag. I think it's $9.95 every time you play, I believe.
Yeah.
So and that was a lot of fun too. We played at night.
The laser tag was cool.
We had a little bit of an older crowd that we played with and stuff, so maybe it wasn't quite as.
Come on, you have to say who we played with.
Oh, it was kind of funny.
On.
Okay, so.
No.
Okay, so it was kind of funny, but there was someone on this. We saw someone on this cruise that we had seen on our
Miracle Cruise.
I think on our cruise on the Miracle a few years back when Matthew ran to the Red Frog pub and beat the guy to the Red Frog pub who was trying to get there first, and he gave us and Matthew dirty looks once we got there and Matthew was first. So it was kind of funny because this same guy was on this cruise. I don't really know him personally. It's just I knew of him. And as it turned out, when we got into play laser tag, they break everyone up that's there into like 2 teams. And he was there in there. And when he broke off and he was on our team.
He was on our team. So the guy that Matthew beat to the Red Frog was on our team. I don't think you remember us,
but it was funny we remembered him. So that was kind of funny.
That is awesome.
Anyway, so that's it with the laser tag. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. It has all the snake theme and everything. I think we'll have to play it again to be sure. It seemed like it was. I think we had a little more fun when we were on the indoor laser tag with all the blow up stuff on Symphony of the Seas. So I think because it was a little easier, I guess, to shoot people to get. I don't know. There was too much open area on this, and you your gun kept dying, and So we'll have to see. We might have to do it.
Listen, I'm here to tell you. Here's the deal. Here's what happened on the laser tag.
Like I thought the outdoor was going to be even cooler.
There were 2 teams, and the guy that was telling us about the gun and getting us started took another minute longer than the first person. So as soon as the game started, we were just finishing up a few things, and the other team was already getting out there. So the other team that we played against was able to get out onto the course, the laser tag course, and take spots. And it was literally like running into a field, and there's already people there just waiting to boom, 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 pick us off as we're just leaving our area to try to get somewhere to get cover or anything like that.
Yeah, you could barely get
out. So they kicked our ass.
Yeah, so.
There you go.
So that's the key, I guess. You got to get out there and ahead of time and be waiting.
Let's see. A couple questions. The week pass per person or per family for $199 said Mary Todd. That's going to be per person.
Per person.
Yes.
Per person.
There's not a separate line for these things, but you walk up whenever. Now, I will tell you that when we went into the virtual reality, we didn't do any of them because it was packed. But that's because we're on a short 2-day little event. Every person on there is trying to try these things ASAP because they were free. There was no charge for any of this stuff.
We probably would have had to wait just to do one, probably an hour. And we were trying to do too many things, and we're like, I guess if we weren't going to be back in January, we would have probably waited in line. We probably should have because it's free, but now we're going to have to pay. But anyways, when we go back in January, we knew we would be able to do them. And I'm thinking that the lines may not be quite as long because people will be paying.
Definitely not.
People will be paying them,
yes.
So...
well, and I think like the first day or two, it'll be like the reverse. Like the first day or two, you want to be in the casino and then back off later in the cruise. It's going to be reverse here. The first day or two, the place will be packed, and then I think later on, maybe that's not the reverse. That's the same. Later on in the cruise, I think people will back off of it and
they'll realize how much money they've spent and stop.
I know all lines have difference and similarity, but which line would be most similar to Carnival in cabins and activities? I think MCL, Royal is similar. Well, NCL is going to be similar.
They're saying between MSC and I'd say Norwegian over MSC.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think MSC has a lot of similarities to Carnival from what I've seen.
Maybe not. Jason, good night, dude. We appreciate it. Big T and Snuggles, which 20K prize cruise are the J, S, and M going on? Big T and Snuggles says, which one of those cruises will we be on? The 20K giveaway cruises.
Well, the 8-day on the Breeze is our group cruise. So
that'll be the one we'll actually
be on that one. So.
Amy Kemparp, what is up? Lovely to see you here. What else have we got going on? How was the go-kart track? Was it comfortable or did it feel weird? John, we did not get onto the go-karts. We had an appointment. You know what? Yeah. You guys probably don't even know this. So when we went live, we were leaving our room to go get onto the go-karts. We were in a hurry. We had an appointment going on. We got there in time for the appointment. That wasn't a problem. But when we got there, there was still a line. It would have been easily an hour still to wait after our appointment time to get onto the go-karts. And then we had a laser tag appointment going on like an hour later,
back to back,
which was really more like about 50 minutes later after that. And to be honest, I just didn't want to waste time standing in line. There was so much to do and see on the ship. So we decided to leave there, go do a bunch of other things, go see some other parts of the ship, and then go do the laser tag. And really one of the final factors was Matthew.
Once again, too, it was because we know we're going to be back in January, and Matthew's going to want to do it, and we're going to want to do it with him. So we figure we're going to experience it.
We decided instead of sitting in line for 45 minutes for us to try to get on these go-karts, we figured, you know what, we'll blow it off now. We saw the go-karts, we got a feel for them, we saw how they work and operate, and then we'll go with Matthew because he was really into it. And then when we go on the Encore at the end of January, we can actually go on there with him and experience it for the first time with him. Mm-hmm. So it's just one of those things that we do to kind of save the experience with him. And I just didn't feel like waiting that long. There was too much other stuff to do than standing in line.
That was the only thing. Some of the things we had to wait for, and we're just trying to see as much as we could. So we opted not to wait for certain things.
That's right. Vegas Night 99, what's going on? The Norwegian Encore mattress quality was awesome.
Oh, it was the best bed I've ever slept on a cruise ship.
Yes. Lori DeShiel, what's going on, girl? Lovely to have you here. We miss you.
Hi, Lori. Oh my gosh. I know, we do miss you, Lori.
I know, Lori and Amber, they're so sweet. I love those girls. Hello. How many entries have you received so far for the cruise giveaway? Says Danielle.
There's a lot, a few hundred. I don't know exactly. I've been slowly trying to read some of them, and I don't know. There's a lot. Listen, I'm going to be doing a lot of that this.
It's late in the show, so I can tell you guys this. There's a shit ton of entries. Okay, let's just say that. Keep it right there.
So, anyways.
Keep it amongst yourself. Lisa McMahon, what's going on? Lisa said, how hard was it to navigate? You mean the ship in general, or something specific?
Pretty easily.
Yes.
Easy. Oh, one thing about we were going to talk about those seating. So yeah, the lounge chairs on the Lido deck area are pretty kind of close together, and there's not as much space. And then the kids area is kind of right behind that with the little water park and their pool and everything. But there are chairs kind of along the sides, quite a few. Only bad thing is this is one weird thing is they have the jogging track going down the side all the way around by these chairs, and then it goes through the outside of the American diner, like where you kind of check in, running across there, and then through some more lounge chairs. So it's kind of weird. Like, it's okay if you're running.
That's a weird location.
Yeah, if you're running, it's okay, I guess. But if you're someone that decided to lay right there for some peace and quiet, because it's up one level from the pool. That was up one level, yeah. So if you want to lay up there and if you're laying up there to relax, and all of a sudden you have people just running by at your feet, so that's kind of odd, I thought. But
oh, Robbie pointed this out. Did you notice you can shoot the go-karts as they go up past you?
Yeah.
We did. We didn't actually do it, but we saw that kind of stuff.
I did it.
You shot at the go-karts?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was
Where
fun.
was I? I was probably doing the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were somewhere right there. But,
no, I was trying to get it. I was leaning over the edge with my phone, putting it as close down to the track as I could as cars are coming by, waiting to get yelled at the whole time.
So that was kind of weird about the track. But there's also the Vibe Beach Club, which is their adults only area to lay out, but you do have to.
Comes with a charge.
Yeah, you have to pay for that, and it's limited availability. But
you pay once and you have access the whole week.
Yeah, those are awesome. That little area is probably well worth the money.
If you want a little bit of more of a private experience.
Yeah, but they're really nice.
Dante's Locum, we have not been on the MSC Seaview. MSC is definitely a cruise line we want to check out. Right now it's not in our plans over the next year to year and a half, unless something changes, like we win the lottery or something like that. Let's see. How am I navigating? There's no space for the deck party. It's too small on the Lido deck because the racetrack takes up the majority of the deck, said Shelly T.
Yeah.
No, Shelly, I don't know if that's the case, Shelly. The racetrack is in the back, and it's up a flight of stairs, and actually up a second flight of stairs. The racetrack goes from one deck to another. It goes up one and then down one again. But it's really I mean, there's no aft pool area like we've seen on other ships, which you do enjoy. But I don't think it's taken away so much from the Lido deck. I don't know that I've seen any huge Lido deck areas on any of the NCL ships. Good night, Linda Lou. Go-kart laser tag, that would be epic, said Joe Tolly. No, Lisa, there's hardly any noise. The go-karts are electric, and so there's really not much noise at all.
You can hear them kind of when you're right there, but when you move away, you don't really hear
the
them.
Vibe Beach Club was definitely cool for just some private time.
Yeah.
The go-karts, I think, you figure around $10 a pop, Chris. Give or take.
I think it's 15. I think it's 15 now.
All right,
It
so
used to be
10 to 15.
I think they're 15 now.
How many times did Sharon get asked for her ID to make sure she was 21? Oh, John. You say the nice things. B Staten 67, what's going on? Appreciate it. Shelly T said MSC are the most beautiful ships. They have the best hangout spots for big crowds. The seating areas are fantastic all over the ship. That sounds very cool. Go-karts are 15 on Encore, said Tazier Travel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tazier Travel. What's going on? Those guys were literally on the ship for the 12 days, I think, coming over from Europe on the transatlantic, coming over to New York. So they were getting off of the ship probably the day before we got on the ship. I think you guys debarked, and then the next morning we got on the ship, as a matter of fact. But so go check out Tazier Travel. They have a channel, and they're sharing some of their adventures over there. Definitely something you want to check out. Craven Cruisy, it's $279 per person. Well worth a week of relaxing. It's an adults-only place, that area up there.
Yeah.
They have a nice bar up there. I'm sure you pay. That's not going to be included in the price, but they do have their own bar. Dante, take care, brother. We appreciate it. Oh, Tazier Travel said it was 9-day transatlantic. Had no people on our ship. Walked into every elevator with no people.
Oh, wow. That must have been nice.
Very cool.
CD says, where are you going in January on the Encore? We're going out of Miami to San Juan, St. Thomas, and Tortola.
Yes. Michael N. said, I have a question about Carnival and MDR. We'll be on the Legend February 9. We're set up for early dining. How can we make sure we get our own private table? Michael N., you can email the maitre d', or the day you get on the ship, go see the maitre d'. But if you really need to have your own private and you don't want to risk splitting a table with someone else, which we recommend. We met some of our best friends ever on a Carnival cruise ship at a dining table. But you can email the maitre d', and if you don't know how to do that, Michael, shoot an email to sharonatc@gmail.com, and Sharon will be able to tell you how to email the maitre d'.
It seems like they are putting less and less people together at tables, though. It seems like they are putting families at their own tables now. I don't hear of this, getting put with strangers as much as they used to. It used to be a real common thing, and now it doesn't seem to be as common.
Yes, that is for sure. Tazier Travel said, did you guys like the Deck 8 outside area with the loungers? The entire deck is really nice to hang out.
Yeah, that was nice. Oh, and also walking down on like the waterfront area with all the outdoor where the restaurants and bars are and everything, that was really nice too.
Wanda Byram, you're getting off of the Encore the day we're getting on the Encore. What day are we getting on the Encore?
On the 26th. Oh, are you going
Wanda,
on...
you're on the Encore the week before us?
Are you going on the group cruise with... I think Cruising with Wheels has a group cruise the week before.
Oh, is that the deal? Wanda, is that where you're going? On the Encore?
Yeah.
Okay. Sharon, did you find out the maitre d' for the Panorama inaugural at Craven Cruises?
Not yet. It's a little too soon, but I will find out as soon as I can.
All right, there you go. Listen, what else do we have to cover? We're at the bottom of the chat. Shelly C says she enjoyed the Encore ship tour from Tazier Travel. Yes, I'm on the group cruise with Cruising with Wheels, says Wanda. Okay. That'll be very cool. Give the boys a big hug for us. What else do we have to cover?
I don't know. I think that's... I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the Encore that really stood out. We're going to do a video too with our likes, and I don't think there's really going to be any dislikes on it, because we really didn't have a lot of dislikes, but there's a few things like just to be aware of and things like that we're going to include in it. Some of them we talked about tonight, and then there's a couple other things. So we're going to put that out here hopefully in the next week or so.
There you go.
And we have a couple other videos from the ship as well to come out.
Well, we'll see what happens there. Yes, I did just see someone's comment on there. You girls were quick, but unfortunately I was at the bottom of the chat right before I'm getting ready to leave. So I don't know if the game's over yet, but we'll see what plays out. But you girls are great. Thank you, Nancy and Leanne, for your efforts in putting the lockdown on the game, the football game information. We appreciate that so much.
DCA 10, Deb says, was there a specialty coffee shop? There was Starbucks on board. There's also a place called Coco's, which was, I wanted to go in there, but we just didn't have time. But they have all kinds of little chocolate, like desserts and fun things. And I think I read they have like hot chocolate, like hot cocoa and stuff like that in there too.
Trevor, I didn't see a Spice H2O on there, so I'm just not sure.
One. They don't have it. It's
I'm just not sure.
Well,
is there anything else? You know what? We're going to wrap it up. It's 8:52. It's almost been 2 hours. I thought we were going to do 1 hour so I can go watch the game. I got to go watch the game. Matthew is probably going crazy in there not watching the game. The dogs are going crazy outside. I know they want to watch the game. I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap it up. What do you think?
Yeah.
Is that a done deal?
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's been awesome. We had an amazing time on the Encore. We're so glad we could share it with you. So far, we just put out our cabin tour, a little bit of info about some of the activities. We're going to be working a little bit on a ship tour, some more information. Then we're going to basically put together just a quick little short vlog on what we did. We want to share all the stuff we did the night before. We had an amazing time in New York City with Leanne, Brian, and their kids, Meg and Nick. Leanne, our moderator, is the first time meeting her, and it was just so awesome. Those guys are as awesome as we knew they were going to be, and we just, I mean, we really tore it up. Yeah. We tore up Times Square. We had a great live show. We had a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie, the two of us were a little rough around the edges the next morning. It took a minute to shake the cobwebs off and get on that ship. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But it was fantastic. We had a great time with those guys. So we want to share that stuff in our vlog with you guys. Coming up around the corner, what's coming up around the corner?
Well, we're going to do that. We're going to also get back to our Horizon vlogs and finish those up. And
oh my God, we still have a Cozumel and the final sea day to go on the Horizon vlogs.
I think there's another one too. Oh, and I also have a video of, I was able to tour all the Mr. Sancho's has all those, what are they, suites?
They have suites
like
now.
Little suites
little
there,
cool suites.
Different ones that you can rent for the day and just hang out in, and they have like their own little pool and all kinds of things. So I have a tour of several of those to put out. We have a couple other videos of things coming out too.
Yes.
And we're going to try to get all those out before we leave for the panorama mid-December. And I guess so that we'll start fresh, because I know the holidays are coming. Vlogadays, I said, well, and that'll start December 1st. I think the day that we announce the winner of the cruise, we'll also be doing the winner of our first Vlogadays as well.
Yes.
So we will put the Vlogadays video out next week, and what else?
Panorama.
That'll be coming.
Panorama's coming. There's a lot coming out.
And we have to decorate for Christmas here at the house, so I don't know when we're going to do that.
That's going to be rough. That's going to be a rough one.
We got a lot to do.
All right, so stay tuned. A lot of stuff. Make sure, if you haven't done already, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're always notified when new content's coming out and all that kind of good stuff, because there's a lot of it on the way. We really appreciate the support. If you haven't done it already, make sure you go check out the video. One more time, here is a look at the thumbnail for the video and what it's going to look like. Go find the video with this thumbnail on our page. Click on videos, find this, and that's where all the details are so that you can get entered into the 20K subscriber cruise giveaway.
And as we said, we will, us along with our moderators will be kind of dwindling it down to a few, and then probably 5, but and then Matthew will be picking the ultimate winner.
Yes, he will.
So
and he's very excited for that challenge. And if you know anything about Matthew, he will be as legitimate and as true to form and as honest and transparent with his decision as possible. So he's very in tune with that kind of stuff. All right, guys, so that's it. So you've been awesome. Love you. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't done it.
Also,
make sure you subscribe.
Check out, if you don't follow it already, check out the Sharon at Sea Travel page on Facebook. And like it or follow it or something so that you'll get notified. I'm going to be posting the next couple of days several different group cruises on there. They're not our group cruises, but they're group cruises that I've booked for other people. And so if there's any of them that maybe you're looking to go on, you're wanting to go here or go there, this is an opportunity. You can be booked into that group. You don't have to really be part of the group, but you're just booked into it, and you'll get the discounted rate and all the perks that go along with it too.
Thank you. Look at that comment there. Travis,
so you can take advantage of that.
Travis said, thanks for helping me learn all about cruises as I begin to plan mine. Travis, that is so nice of you to say. Thank you very much. If you need help planning it or booking it, let Sharon know. You call, you talk to her directly. There's not a staff, there's not a team. If you need to do any cruise booking or inquiring at all, you can email Sharon. She'll email you back. She'll get in touch with you, and she can help you book any cruise that you need to. She's a rock star. I watch her do it all day long, and she's unbelievable at it. So you guys are awesome. That's it, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. And until next time,
happy cruising.
Happy
Good
cruising,
night,
guys. Thanks. Peace.
See you next week.
Talk to you soon. Love ya.